Students, I hope all of you are fit and fine. As you all know, today we are going to start our second chapter of economics, people as a resource. In this chapter, we read about people as a resource. You know very well the meaning of people and a resource. People as a resource is an effort to explain population as an asset for the economy rather than a liability. How the people become a asset, how the population become a liability, in this chapter we will discuss. Population becomes human capital when there is investment made in the form of education, training and medical care. In fact, human capital is the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in them. Meaning, population becomes human capital. How it is become a human capital? When we invest mid in form of education, training, medical care, otherwise in productive works, skill, embodied, that means all the activity become a population convert into the human capital. People meaning population, resources, the things which we use to satisfy our needs. People as resource is a way of referring to a country's working people in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. People meaning people as a resource in way countries working people in terms of their existing productive skills and ability. When we used our capability, our skills, our ability to produce new things, to create new things, to use the output, made output, looking at the population from these productive aspects emphasizes its ability to contribute the creation of the gross national product. When you create new things, when your productive aspects give stress to the ability to contribute the creation of gross national product. What is the meaning of gross national product? The things which produced in your country. Like other resources, population also is a resource. A human resource, this is the positive side of a large population that is often overlooked. When we look only at the negative side, considering only the problems of providing the population with food, education, and access to health facilities. If we create the human resource in the positive sides, the population is often overlooked. When we look only at negative side, it depends on us. We get population on the positive sides or in the negative sides. In the negative sides, we feel we suffer only problems providing the population with the food, education and access to health facilities, meaning the basic facilities whose peoples have not completed, have not fulfilled. And education is luxurious for them, access to health facilities also. When the existing human resource is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it human capital formation. That means the best investment for us in the education and the health. Then we say it's a human capital formation. You know very well, in Kerala, literacy level is more than education is more, and healthy peoples are there maximum because they know about the importance of health. They are literate, they know about their care. So that means वहाँ where the डेथ सेंसस भी कम है, वहाँ पर डेथ रेट भी कम है, and that adds to productive power of the country, just like physical capital formation. And जो human capital formation है, that adds productive power. If we create the new things of the country, just like physical capital. Investment in human capital through education, training, medical care yields a return just like investment in physical capital. Mean to say, if we invest the human capital in education, training, and healthcare, then we return. Then output. Output what is? Investment which we invest the human capital formation, it returns us as a physical capital. This can be seen directly in the form of higher incomes earned because of higher productivity of the more educated or better trained person, as well as the higher productivity of healthier people. According to him, अगर हम एजुकेशन में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो हम आउटपुट होल लाइफ जनरेट करते हैं. अगर हमारी हेल्थ, वी आर हेल्दी, then we have not spent money on the medical facilities. We are perfect, we are not sick, we are not going to the doctor, and that means we have not need to spend the money of the health. You know very well the situation of lockdown at the time of coronavirus COVID-19. We are in our houses maximum times. At that time, whose persons are involved their government job, that means their lives are secure because the salary is given to them by the government. But whose are businessmen, whose are daily wagers, workers, they suffer a lot of problems in their life now. So that means if we invest the money in the education, if you become capable to do anything and productive work, that means you have not suffered the problems in your future. Okay, they give the example to us. India's green revolution is a dramatic example of how the input of greater knowledge in the form of improved production technologies can rapidly increase the productivity of scarce land resources. You know very well, with the help of green revolution, we get 10 times more output. And India's IT revolution is a striking instance of how the importance of human capital has come to acquire a higher position than that of material, plant, and machinery. Due to the more development in the IT sector, our astronomers goes in space, they scientists maximum inventions करते नज़र आ रहे हैं. Mean to say कि our countries become developed in every field now. The reason behind that, education, investment in education. If we invest in education and health, then we become a more capable people as a resource. In this chapter we say that people as a asset for the country, not a liability of the country. If we can't do anything for the country, that means we are the liability for the country. Not only do the more educated and the healthier people gain through higher incomes, society also gains in other indirect ways because of the advantages of more educated or a healthier population spreads to those also who themselves were not directly educated or given health care. You know the definition of a literate person. That means not कि which person are in government job, that means he or she is literate. No, every person who can read and write their language, who can understand the any matter, that means they are the literate person of the country. Okay, and spreads of those who themselves were not directly educated or given healthcare. In fact, human capital is in one way superior to other resources like land and physical capital. You know very well, land and physical capitals are passive factors. and human resources are active factors. That means human resources are more capable, more efficient, more useful. Human resource can make use of land and capital because the active factor use the passive factors. Passive factors himself doesn't go anything, बट एक्टिव फैक्टर्स जो यूज़ करते हैं पैसिव फैक्टर्स को. विदाउट द यूज़ ऑफ एक्टिव फैक्टर्स पैसिव फैक्टर्स आर यूजलेस. लैंड कैपिटल कैन नॉट बिकम यूजफुल ऑन इट्स ओन क्योंकि ये खुद काम नहीं कर सकते. For many decades in India, a large population has been considered a liability rather than asset. Decades यानी कि many of the years above. Decades यानी कि 10 years above. Maximum population of India is a liability rather than an asset because the peoples are not invest in education, in healthcare. But now the peoples are conscious about their health, about their study, so it's become a asset for the country. But a large population need not be a burden for our economy. It can be turned into productive asset by investment in human capital. For example, by spending resources and education and health for all training of industrial and agricultural workers in the use of modern technology, useful scientific researches and so on. Next, they gives us two illustration which we will discuss next day, but these two examples you have to read out. We will discuss only the theme of the example, the story of Sakal and the story of Vilas. Tomorrow you have to tell me the difference between the story of Vilas and Sakal. Okay, it's sufficient for today. Thank you.